frankly don't.
Developing news from Oxford, officials at a Board of Health meeting have approved a recommendation to issue a 6 p.m. curfew to keep residents safe from high levels of EEE. People at that meeting not happy.
Please don't do this to our kids.
800 people signed a petition.
Officials approving the recommendation say they aren't banning people from going outside, but instead putting safety measures in place. They suggest the 6 p.m. curfew lasts until September 30th, and starting October 1st, the curfew will shift to 5 p.m. and last until the very first frost. Oxford is one of 4 towns at critical risk for EEE right now. Douglas, Sutton, and Webster are also listed as critical in the state. People who attended the meeting believe the move will hurt after-school activities, including sports.
We have probably well over 150 people that are here to stand up for their kids, to make the parents, have their own decision, makes their decisions.
Last week, an Oxford man in his 80s tested positive for EEE, the first such case since 2020. We spoke with the Department of Public Health on what people should do if they live in an area with high risk levels of EEE.
In areas of high and critical risk, we really want people to be thoughtful about when they time their outdoor activities. Mosquito activity, feeding activity really peaks at dusk and dawn.
And you can see the latest state map to see the risk level in your community. We have it posted on the More section of Developing news from Oxford, officials at a Board of Health meeting.
See, there they go, y'all, Sharala, there they go. I want to start off first things first. Give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Kadash, which in the independent tongues, created the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to you, sister, brothers, let me this truth, and Shalom to brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show themselves approved. Woo, as you seen right there, man, they already starting to do lockdowns again. We've been talking about that. We knew these devils were going to make that type of move. They have to get this beast system off the ground, and the best way to do it is by pulling in all these pestilences, that the Lord called for. Easy Esau Edom, so-called white man, is out there doing his job, what he's created to do, spreading viruses and spreading death. So right now they're talking about that EEE, which is Eastern Equine Encephalitis. It's a blood-borne. Well, I'm going to just read what it says. It says, Eastern Equine Encephalitis is an extremely rare but serious and often fatal infection that causes encephalitis or inflammation of the brain. That's bad. It is spread by the bite of a mosquito infected with the virus. It can also infect a wide range of animals, including mammals, birds, reptiles, and amphibians. The spread of EEE to mammals, including humans and horses, occurs through the bite of infected mosquitoes that feed on both birds and mammals. So right now they're telling those people in Oxford, Massachusetts, that they could not be outside past 6 p.m. because they might get bit by a mosquito and get the EEE, which is a bunch of BS. That's why the people's in Congress fighting that, because mosquitoes can bite you at any time. What is going in at 6 p.m. going to do that? Nothing. But it's not about that. It's about lockdowns. It's about controlling and hurting the people and destroying what's left of this economy. That's what this is all about. And the people, these Edomites, starting to see, the working class Edomites, that this is going to be a death blow to their system. They like, man, our children got to do after-school programs, football, basketball. And really, this is all about Esau Edom, being spread, through the power of Yahweh Shah, because they, the Most High give them technology and the mindset to do this, and he's doing it. Because I'm about to show you something, real quick. First, let's get on the symptoms of this, and then we'll get to why this is even happening. Where's the symptoms at? Because I want to read that off so you know. Yasharala. It says, it is possible that some people are infected with EEE will not develop any symptoms. Symptoms of EEE infection typically occur between or appear 4 to 10 days after being bitten by an infected mosquito. The type of symptoms usually depend on the age of the person. People over age 50 and younger than the age 15 are at greater risk for developing severe disease. Severe cases of EEE infection begin with the sudden onset of headache, high fever, chills, vomiting that may progress into disorientation, seizures, and encephalitis or inflammation of the brain, and coma. Makes your brain swell up. That's bad. It says approximately a third of patients who develop triple E die, and many of those who survive have mild to severe brain damage. So this is a pretty serious, pestilence or virus that's really going out right now. And I'm about to show you something, y'all, Sharala. People don't pay attention, but us in this truth, we don't hardly miss nothing. So check this out. Check this out. Now, you all of a sudden got this illness or pestilence being spread by, mosquitoes. But check this out. It says a company just released 150,000 genetically modified mosquitoes in the United States. Genetically modified mosquitoes were just released in the U.S. for the first time thanks to a biotech firm funded by Bill Gates during April 30th, 2021 when this was posted. So this devil, that's why the brothers call him Gates of Hell. He did this. He released this. He did it back. I want to see if we're going to read it. I want to say he released them in Florida, and it probably didn't take off because it's too hot in Florida. So all he did was just release it up north in Massachusetts. Because this wasn't the issue way back, you go to the 80s and 90s. This is a new thing. Why? Because this devil has technology. Now we know which devil specifically. The Microsoft guy. And he been talking about trying to get the population down by, using all his little devices that's at his hands. Thanks to Yahweh Shah. The devil's doing his part. So check out. It says the Bill Gates-backed biotech firm Ozitech is going ahead with plans to release hundreds of millions of gene-altered mosquitoes in Florida. I figured it was in Florida. In order to test an experimental new form of population control. Did you see that, Yasharala? The company confirmed in the press release the initial batch of mosquitoes was released this week. It says the controversial project conducted as part of a partnership between Florida Keys Mosquito Control District and Oxitec will see 6 locations in the region host Oxitec's gene hack male Aedes aegypti, I try my best, mosquitoes over the next few months. And I'll put this, this article in the comments section if I remember. But man, here it go, y'all. See, that's why the Lord blessed with this good memory. When I seen this mosquito pestilence, I knew exactly where it was coming from. I'm like, man, didn't Gates of Hell say he was gonna do this years ago? And now it's hitting. But see, most people ain't paying attention to things like this. They just getting pumped by the social media, the fear factor. They're doing lockdowns. And man, watch for chaos to ensure, man. And it ain't this the only pellets we dealing with. We got, they talking about the 1.9 is still going. You got the monkeypox, which is getting a lot of traction in the media. And, all kind of pestilence is going out right now, man. This devil is emptying the clip of everything he got in order to get the people scared so they can get the medical lockdowns again. And, and this time when they do what they do, after that, the juice is going to be that microchip, man. I believe this events, they get this going, this will. Plus, it ain't just about the pestilences. You got to remember, we got migrants in here. You got all kind of chaos is about to break out at one time. You got the migrant crisis. You got pestilence. The outbreaks about to hit. Man, they about to hit the American people with everything they got to get the fear going. Because at this time, what's coming behind this, Yasharala, is going to be the MOTB, the mark of the beast. That's what's coming after that. So I'm going to link this in the comment section. We got to now go to the scriptures. Salaki, I just had to show all the information that, because we've been saying these devils going to go for another lockdown. People like, man, y'all ain't talking about nothing, man, you broke niggas. And lo and behold, what this devil doing? He's not juking out the prophets at all, man. Which I wasn't going to get this because I said that I'm about to go get it just because of the statement I just made. Because we own this devil, man. We told you what's coming. Told you get your stuff ready. And they're going to gauge the people in Oxford, Massachusetts to see, the kickback. And they want the kickback. Because then they can bring in their UN troops and get martial law going. And it's just a whole lot going on right now, y'all. So check it out. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And that goes with the men of the Lord that's breaking his word down. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Esau, Edom. We know what this devil want to do. We know what his plans is, you know. We know what he wants to get off. So what we're doing, like good watchmen of Israel, we're relaying it to the nation like, here you go. You know, they're getting it going again. Lockdowns in Oxford, Massachusetts. They got to be in the house at 6 p.m. That's killing all that football, you know, games and practice and after-school activities, or if you just want to go out and get a bite to eat. They'll be giving people tickets, trying to enforce that through the law enforcement, and the people going to kick back. They was already about to bang on them in that little conference room. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, and, you know, they're going to gauge it and look for other areas to start doing that thing as well. Start saying, you know, due to this pestilence, you know, mosquito-borne illness, triple E, you know, you on a curfew. It starts with a curfew. And they're going to do it, what they said, all the way to September 30th, I believe. And they're just going to gauge, you know, how much power they got. And the people ain't going for it, man. You see how them Edomites is angry? You know, Esau already ran that game plan. So I don't see this working like it did last time. Last time it was new to these people. This ain't nothing new. You know, everybody done, you know, did their rounds of juice. Wasn't happy about the effects of it. So I don't see them doing it again. But, hey, I will not, you know, underestimate the power of fear and the ignorance of the American population. So I'm not going to discount none of that. They might do a little swan event, a certain event, scare these people so bad, man, they looking up and they getting about 8 rounds of juice, you know, whatever. We don't even care about them at this point. I'm only talking to the hopeful elect. We're not ignorant to this thing. We knew it was coming. We're ready for it. And we know they're going to come harder this time. They're not going to be, you know, taking medical exempts or I can't do this. You know, they're going to come hard body this time, Yasharallah. Because the devil is desperate. His time is short. He has to make these moves, you know. So let's get to some more scriptures. Because the Lord said that there will be pestilences coming out here towards the end. He said that. And they're here. Along with, you know, rumors of wars and earthquakes. Matter of fact, I'm going to just read it. This is Luke 21:9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass. But the end is not by and by. Verse 10. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, race wars. It's happening in Europe. It's coming over to Babylon the Great America. And kingdom against kingdom. That's all these wars, man. Ukraine versus Russia. NATO versus Russia. You know, North Korea versus South Korea. Israelis versus the Palestinians. You know, all these different kingdoms going to be fighting. You know, Lebanon versus Israel. All these different kingdoms going to be fighting, man. So that's happening right now. And it's going to be many more as we move forward in prophecy. Verse 11, here's the kicker. And it said, and great earthquakes should be in diverse places, and famous and pestilences, which goes into diseases and viruses. And fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. Talking about in the skies, man. You're going to see great signs, and we're seeing them already. Brothers showing all kind of chariot sightings. You're seeing that, man. The heathen getting scared of that. But I want to keep the finger on the pulse on them pestilences. The Lord said there'll be pestilences during these, you know, latter days. And right now, we got about 3 major pestilences going around right now. You know, you got the 1.9, monkeypox, and now triple E. And there's going to be many more. I've even heard them talking about Provo. It's going around real bad. I'm like, dang, I thought only dogs get that. So, you know, it's a whole lot of things going on at one time, man. This devil, we in election year. So they want to go do the lockdown so they get to mail in voting. So they can, you know, sway the election the way they want it to go. And, which they do that anyway. But they're going to make people mask up again. Social distance again. And I see the people doing a big pushback on that, man. So things is about to get hot and heavy as we head into these fall and winter months. You know, these devils, and I believe through the Spirit they gave their powers over to who? The World Health Organization. You know, you fact check it, they say that Biden didn't sign it, he didn't do it. But through the Spirit, I believe he did. Now, I can't prove it. I'm just saying through the Spirit, I believe the Babylon the Great USA gave over their sovereignty to who? So if who declares a global pandemic, you know, they can dictate to the USA lockdowns and what they need to do. And the Constitution goes out the window, you know. So I believe that there's certain things that's in motion that's happening. you know? And so, hey, we got to be ready, prayed up, prepared, because these devils, this is going to be a big one. You know, Gates of Hell he said the second one will get people's attention. I never forgot when that devil said that. You know, now this devil's back active, and that was his company that released those virus-born mosquitoes. You know, he did it like he was doing something good, but I knew when I heard that article back then, like this devil done put some viruses in the mosquitoes, man. Because what better thing than a mosquito? That's like a biological needle, a biological dirty needle. Because a mosquito bites one person or an animal, then go bite somebody else, and just because, you know, his mouth part is needle, and he disinfected you. So these devils ain't, you know, they ain't slick on how they move. You know, they've been doing this since they gave the Native Americans blankets affected with smallpox. So this is nothing new. They just looking like, okay, we just use the mosquito to do the work for us. Mosquito go out and bite somebody, and bam. That's why I can get my population control. You know, and the Lord said the pestilence be spread. Now we know how they be spread. Through Eazy-E, Esau Edom, so-called white man, in his laboratory, using the tools that the Lord gave him to spread death. That's what this devil is doing. That's why everybody should know that Esau Edom, so-called white man, he's as death. He spreads death. Everybody's mourning because the so-called white man is in rulership. That's why these devils have to go. That way the world, the people, everything can heal itself. Right now everything is sick. But the devil makes sure you stay sick. You got GMO food. The devil's got GMO animals spreading viruses so that you stay sick. And he's hoping that you get some death. That's the whole plan. That dude is a eugenics person, man. That's what Gates of Hell is all about, as the brothers call them. So I'm going to get one more. I'm going to end off one more precept. But I just want to blow the alarm like, lockdowns. They're doing lockdowns again. It's happening. We knew it was coming. And it is just like, now they're using mosquitoes because they can't use the 1.9 and monkeypox because most viruses are supposed to burn up. I know here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, we've been averaging triple-digit degree weather. It's been hot as I don't know what. So how the heck you gonna tell me the 1.9 is spreading when it's 100 degrees outside? And I thought that's supposed to burn up. So like, okay, I can't run that. Let me run the mosquitoes. You know, mosquitoes still doing their thing, and they still biting. And I can keep people from fishing, hunting. I keep them in the house, you know, where I want them at, not doing nothing, messing the children up. They can't play outside, and this is what the devil doing. So let's read it in Habakkuk 2:5. And it says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, talking about his philosophies, you know, his ideologies, that's how Esau transgressed everything. He is a proud man, ain't nobody more proud than a so-called white man. And it says, neither keepeth at home. This devil can't stay at home. That's why their women are called Karens. They always in your business, always trying to figure out what you doing, always in another country trying to figure out and dictate what they doing. You know, can't never stay at home and mind his own business. He can't do that. It says, who enlarges his desire is hell. All the devils do is spread hell everywhere they go. You let the so-called white man in your spot, he gonna create hell. I guarantee you. And it says, and is as death. Esau, Edom, so-called white man, synonymous with death, because that's what he spreads. From his culture to, if you just let him touch anything, he perverts it, infects it. You see, now the devil is making viruses. What you think the CDC do? They make viruses. And then devils who have a lot of money, like Bill Gates, buy them and spread them. Because how do you got a system, an organization, that's what they do? Because if they was doing good things, they'd be eradicating diseases and viruses. No, this devil looks to make them better and stronger, so what their precept said, he can spread death. This devil's spreading plagues, man. When the Most High, when Yahweh said they're going to spread plagues and pestilences, they was not lying. They're spreading it through that so-called white man because he's the agent of death. He's spreading it. He's making more viruses as I'm making this lesson now to create death. And that's why I look at these 2/3 Jakes like, you crazy out your mind to like the so-called white man. You crazy out your mind. And it says, and cannot be satisfied. Oh, these devils can't be satisfied. You got something and he like it, even though he got everything, he got to have what you want too. Greed fits Esau Edom like a chain fits a nigga Jake. Esau is all about greed, man. He's never satisfied. These devils, you look at Gates of Hell. You look at Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. They got all the money, everything you can ask for. They not satisfied. They want more money, more control, more power. These devils are never satisfied. I be looking at devils like, God dang, man, you got the whole world. What more do you want? And these devils, if they can tell, I want your life. That's what I want. You know, really, they want that birthright that we got. That's what these devils want. They'll never get it. Never gonna get it, man. Your forefather sold it because he was a dummy, just like you a dummy. You know? And it says, but gather unto him all nations and heap unto him all people. These devils done gathered up, got everybody. They own everything. They got everybody where they want them at, and it's still not enough. They want more control. They want that microchip in your body so they can GPS you, know your heart rate, know your sugar levels, blood pressure. This devil want to know everything. He want to be like the Most High. That's Esau Edom's goal, the scriptures tell you. But he ain't going to get that because he can never be. He can never be us. How the heck you going to be the Most High? So these devils is crazy. So check out, I'm reading verse 6, Habakkuk 2 and 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a tainting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increases which is not his. Woe to you, Esau. You done got rich off of my people's blood, sweat, and tears, and ain't yours. The world don't belong to Esau. The world belongs to Yahushua, and Yahushua gonna give it to the Israelites. And it says, how long, and to him that laid himself with thick clay, goes into debt. All Esau been doing is putting everybody in debt, man. Everybody going into debt. His whole system's in debt, thick clay. It's all messed up because there's not a lot of wisdom behind it. Him taking his fiat dollar off the gold and silver standard was stupid. You know, that was real stupid. So that's why he got all this debt, which he likes anyway, because he's going to just throw it all out and then bring in a digital system, which will come with that microchip, you know, the mark of the beast. So these devils, man, they own it, man. And what's going to help them get that, you know, that type of order is releasing these pestilences, and that way they can take away people's rights. You know, make you go in your house at 6 p.m. Make you put a mask on, you can't even breathe right. Make you social distance and make it where you can't even hug your loved ones. You do that, you know, they be wanting to penalize you. So that's this devil making the moves. But the only reason he can make those moves is because Yahushua has sanctioned him to make the moves. And we just got to, you know, stay locked in on the house. You know, the house of David, stay locked on this truth and stay prayed up. And Lord willing, the Lord protects us. Because he's been protecting me and my household from these pestilences for this long. So why not when it gets, you know, real serious, man? So we got to lock into our faith because these devils is just getting started. You know, Yahushua is about to give them the right to do that because the beast system will be coming online. And then we watching the beginning stages of it is where we're peeping. You know, they got good numbers. They did a lot of good things during the 1-9 situation. Now they're going to run it back. And this time, that microchip is going to come right behind it. Because these devils is at their end. So with that being said, man, I hope this has been edifying. I want to say Kwam, Yashar Allah, and stay locked in because Yahushua is quickly on the way. Shalom.